coming to see someone like you and you're like, write down what you eat, I would be so intimidated and so embarrassed at that time to say, well, I didn't have anything for breakfast, but I had a croissant at 11 o'clock, and then I went to McDonald's and had a kiddie's meal. What's up, perfectly blended family, and welcome back to another video. I'm Chantel.
And I'm Greg.
And in today's video, we are going to share with you our fit family secrets.
We've been getting a lot of messages in comments, in even DMs and Instagram, people asking what we do for fitness, asking Chantel her workout program, what do you guys eat, that kind of thing. So we thought we'd share a general video that sort of covers the main aspects of what we do to stay fit and healthy.
That's right. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so when we drop a new video, you're alerted. All right, let's get into it. So let's start out by just giving you guys a background about how long we've been working out. So I started my fitness journey January of 2013. I met Greg in 2012, wasn't really interested in fitness, although he was heavily into it. And then January of 2013, I decided to make a life-changing decision, and I followed in Greg's steps. And ever since then, I followed his meal plans, his workout plans, and I've achieved a total body transformation that I am super happy and blessed to have. How long have you been into the fitness industry, babe?
Like my whole life.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's been like well over 15 years. So I'm a personal trainer, I'm a nutrition coach. I've been working out literally my whole life, like as long as I can remember, whether I was a bike messenger before, always staying physical. I also have a background as a paramedic. Chantel's background as RN. Health is very important in our lives.
It is, yeah.
And we pass that on to our kids also.
For sure. And back in my day, I was always athletic. I did basketball, I did track and field, I did soccer. I was always moving and grooving.
Okay, so let's start.
Yeah.
We'll call it secret number 1.
Secret number 1.
Make your health a priority.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you make your health a priority and you change, I don't have time to, it's not a priority. So when I tell people, you need to work, I don't have time. Exercise isn't a priority. I don't have time to cook. I have to grab something on the go again. It's not a priority. And that, just by changing that wording, I think it has a huge impact on the way you look at things. Ultimately, it's emphasis on the importance of your health.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, and Chantel sees this all the time as an RN, people burn themselves out because of their job, trying to take care of somebody else, but they're not taking care of themselves.
Right.
And then you get to the point where you literally crash, your body starts shutting down.
Right.
Now you're getting sick, now you're medicated, and now you have your kids trying to take care of you, and you become, I don't want to say a burden, but a responsibility.
Yes.
For them or for somebody else. Like, this could be PSWs, this could be anybody who's now trying to help you. When if you had made your health a priority earlier, that wouldn't be an issue. So we're at the same time passing that on to our kids. So they understand, and it's funny because even Jasmine, 5 years old, she already makes healthier choices on her own. So it's sort of lead by example when it comes to that.
Right. Totally agree.
Number 2, proper nutrition.
Oh, guys, this is a tough one because I'm not always on point.
I don't want to get into controversy or debates because there's so much information out there, and there's a whole lot, just as much misinformation.
Okay.
We're just going to share what it is that we do and leave those other things. The foundation is healthy choices.
Right.
And my clients would come to me and say, like, what am I supposed to eat? And I would start with, well, write down what you do eat. And most people have a hard time doing that. Like, just currently, write down what you're eating, and so you can actually get a visual of what you're eating and start with it there. And if you can do that, then you can start picking out the things that you know you shouldn't be eating. But it's hard. Most people don't like writing down chocolate bar, cookie, muffin, McDonald's, those kind of things.
Yeah, because they don't want to be judged, and I totally get that.
I'm saying do it for yourself. Nobody's looking at it.
You're looking at it.
For my clients,
Yeah.
I would tell them the same. Do it for yourself,
Okay.
if not for me. Like, as much as I want to see it, they think I'm going to judge, but I've seen everything. And I try and emphasize, like, literally, I've seen everything. Please write down. If it's 4 Smarties, write 4 Smarties. If it was a bottle of wine, write a bottle of wine. Like, if I know what you're doing, I can help you make better decisions, and we just make incremental changes. I'm not going to say, here, eat like this,
Right.
which is a lot of times what they want me to do. Just tell me what to eat. I can't tell you what to eat, because if I just say, here, eat like this, like what you're supposed to do, if it's so drastic from what you've been doing, it's not going to work. So I always say incremental changes, but I don't want to get
too much into that.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing though, because I can relate to your clients. So when I was in nursing school, coming to see someone like you and you're like, write down what you eat, I would be so intimidated and so embarrassed at that time to say, well, I didn't have anything for breakfast, but I had a croissant at 11 o'clock, and then I went to McDonald's and had a kiddie's meal. Like, it's hard for people.
But
It's hard. And I'm just saying it. I just
do
want
I look like the kind of person that would judge? Like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. What's wrong with you? Oh, you.
We'll let them decide. You guys let us
Because
know. Okay.
I would never be like that. Again, I've seen it all, and I try and be very respectful because I have no idea what people are dealing
You
with.
are very respectful.
And I try to get,
Yeah.
let my client get comfortable with me and speaking to me, knowing it's
Yeah.
just between you and me, and I'm just trying to help you.
Okay.
And the people who are the most open, I can help the most.
Okay.
And so it's almost, in this case, it's just be honest with yourself.
Fair. Okay.
Be aware of the things that you're eating. And I used to do competitive bodybuilding, powerlifting, and I found when I'm competing and I'm trying to make a certain weight or a certain body composition,
Okay.
it was easier for me to track the things that I shouldn't be eating.
Okay.
So I would make note just on the calendar. I had Smarties today. I had a cookie today. And every time when I wrote down and looked at the calendar over the month, I was amazed to see how much stuff I was actually eating, because when I was eating it, it didn't seem like much at all.
Okay.
But it all adds up over time. So it's when you're just having a few things through the day and you're not thinking about it,
That's
if
so
you start
true.
writing it down and look back like, oh my gosh, I had all that.
Yeah.
So where I was going with all of this is you might not know what you're supposed to eat, but you do know what you shouldn't eat, and you can start tracking those things.
Okay.
And it's not cut it at all. I never say that. It's
Okay.
But if you're aware, you can reduce it.
Moderation, right?
Right.
Okay.
So type of foods, it's basically perishables. Yeah, so you're eating around the outside of the grocery store.
What's a healthy meat? What's considered a healthy meat?
Okay, technically I would say all meat is healthy.
Okay.
That is not overly processed.
Okay.
So we're not talking deli meats. We're just talking fresh meats.
Okay, good. I just want to clarify for them.
Yeah.
Like, we're not eating sandwiches and things like that.
Yeah, we try and avoid processed meats, that's all. Chicken, beef, even eat goat, West Indian, fish, variety of meats.
Okay.
And again, I don't want to get too deep into certain things. Fruits and vegetables, I'd say every meal. So in the morning, I always have fruits. I do it in a smoothie. You do it with your protein pancakes, strawberries.
Strawberries, yeah.
Kids have everything, oranges, apples is their
Throughout the
main one.
day and in their lunches, yeah. So they're pretty good. They love their fruits.
And yeah, if it's not that, it's vegetables. So usually green vegetables, green beans.
Mm-hmm.
Kids love cucumbers, we give them that as snacks.
Oh
Sometimes
my
celery,
gosh, yeah.
sometimes carrots. But it's those sort of things. And then your carbohydrates.
Brown rice.
Usually brown rice. That's probably one of the main ones. Every now and then we cycle in potatoes, use sweet potatoes.
Sweet
but
potatoes, yeah.
that's the foundation. I want to say we don't ever focus on calories.
Why not?
Calories is very misleading because it's a secondary measurement to a primary factor. Basically, the macronutrients, your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates are far more important. If you had 1,200 calories in a day and it all came from carbs, you're not giving your body what it needs.
That's really interesting.
So it's finding out what your body needs first. You've got to make sure you're giving your body enough of the proteins, enough of the fats, and enough of the carbs.
Okay.
And those things in balance. So too much of any one isn't good. And that's what seeing professional, it's a nutritionist, dietitian, they can put you in the right direction to make sure you're getting the proper balance of those nutrients.
Okay.
So it's not just 1,200 calories or whatever amount of calories a person requires.
Okay.
First, you need to know how many macros they require, and that is different for everybody. You can't say an adult female needs 1,200 calories, an adult male needs 1,800 calories. It doesn't
It's different for everybody.
It's different for every single person.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you know those numbers, you can actually work out how many calories that is. But the macronutrients are far more important.
Okay.
Another really important factor regarding nutrition is the time it takes to prepare your meals.
Yes.
So how do we get around that?
Meal prep.
Meal prep. It almost like catches me off guard when I hear my clients say, "Oh, I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight." Like,
You don't meal prep?
you don't meal prep? Like, we know, like, the food is available. Like, we can go have dinner right now. So I introduced Chantel to this back when we were competing. We'll eat the same thing repeatedly for convenience.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where it comes down to meal prep. So everything in a week is planned out in advance. You'll see us cooking like a dozen chicken breasts at once or whatever we're cooking. We make a lot, so we're covered for 3-4 days. So we only cook once.
That's right. But I have to say, before I met you, I wasn't eating right. Like, I barely ate. Like, I'll have like a midday meal, maybe McDonald's, and then whatever mom cooked later that night.
Okay.
So
And
I
she
didn't
cooked
even.
it every day.
She cooked it that's all I knew.
Right.
Growing up, like every day they were in the kitchen cooking. I think we do leftovers for 2 nights, and like that was it. She's on to like the next thing. Like, she had time and energy where I don't have the energy and I don't have the time.
Okay. So I think it's a big issue for most people.
Yeah.
They don't have the time. So people will eat out of convenience.
Mhm.
So simply doing meal prep, just cook larger portions in advance and eat it over a few days. So you really need to cook 2 days a week.
It saves you a lot of time. Like, I love doing it just because of the convenience. So when I'm making my protein pancakes, and guys, one of the first videos ever, I think, on this channel was me making protein pancakes way back in the day.
Yeah, that's before Perfectly Blended. That's
Yes.
on Fit Girl Chantel.
Fit Girl Chantel.
Is that the first video?
I think it was the second one.
Okay.
But I said one of the first because I can't remember. But yeah, I'm going to post links so you guys can see. Side note, this was when we were in a 2-bedroom apartment, right? Cooking protein pancakes. That's my new world. Greg introduced me to that. I was saving time. I was competing back then. And yeah, check it out, guys.
Right. So another one is just that, the protein pancakes. So she takes a day, makes the protein pancakes, and this has actually been in a couple videos now. So not only that first one, but the one where the kids stayed home. Why are the kids here?
Yeah, why are the kids still here?
That one just went up and you were actually home making protein pancakes that day. But she'll say it's so convenient. So once it's made, she just puts them in the freezer and then warms them up in the toaster. Just like you would like a store-bought Eggo.
Yeah. So easy to do, so convenient.
See,
and they're so good.
Yeah, and they are really nutritious, so we'll have to post a recipe somewhere.
Oh, I love it.
Last thing regarding nutrition is water.
Okay, I just want to stop you right there, okay? Because I got to be transparent with my family. Guys, I got to be super transparent with you. I didn't start drinking water regularly until 2021. I had such a hard time drinking water.
But you know what? You're on and off.
I was on and off, but this year has been by far the best year that I've been getting my water intake. Some days I would just only get maybe 500 mils. Yeah, 500 mils in a whole day. But I'm eating fruits and other things, so I'm getting fluid from other food sources. But guys, I was not big on water. It was hard to drink. Then I would start drinking BCAAs. I'm like, Greg's like, you just got to get fluid. Like, you got to get something in. Like, you know, like you're a nurse. Like, your kidneys. Like, come on. Like, but guys, it was so hard to drink water. And let me tell you why. Because I don't like to be interrupted when I'm in my zone to go to the bathroom 28 times in 5 minutes. But I'm doing much better now. I'm getting about 2 liters a day. Maybe even over 2.5 liters a day. Takes practice, and I just have to put my mind to it. It's like mind over matter type thing, but I'm doing it now, and I'm so proud of myself.
Just drink some water.
Drink water, guys. It's hard, I know.
When you drink water regularly, your body runs properly. And I don't think people understand the importance of that hydration just for proper cellular function.
Well, I didn't.
No. And so when you're dehydrated, your body's trying to recycle the water that it has.
Oh my gosh,
when
your body. When you think about it.
And it sort of slows down other processes while it's trying to use and filter what it's got. But when you flush water through, and it doesn't have to do that, it boosts your metabolism, it functions properly. Like, basically make sure your pee's clear.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to do it. Just sip water through the day. If you're drinking any other beverage, coffee, this is just one of my easy rules. Sometimes I like root beer, I'll have occasional root beer. Even like if we're at a restaurant or something, I'll always get water first, and the water's the priority. So I'll have equal or greater portion of water to whatever the other beverage is. So I gotta finish the water first, no matter what.
Okay.
And that helps, especially if you're a coffee drinker, you should be drinking water. Oh my, things that are diuretic that you don't even account for.
Okay, tell them what a diuretic is.
So a diuretic causes you to eliminate more water, we'll say it that way.
So why do coffee drinkers need to drink more water then?
Coffee has caffeine. Caffeine is the diuretic, and when you're eliminating more water, again, we get into that dehydration factor where your body can't function optimally. Every cell is like majority water, and when you're dehydrated, basically all the metabolic processes slow down. So your body's not functioning optimally. So just by, and yes, what also happens is you retain water if you're dehydrated. Your body doesn't know when it's getting water again, so it holds on to it. And so you have water retention when you're dehydrated. So you'll feel heavy, you'll feel bloated. When you start drinking water, your body sees, oh, we're getting water regularly, we can let go. We don't have to hold on anymore. So you're gonna pee far more initially, getting rid of that water your body's been retaining. And so that'll account for that weight loss that can happen within the first 2 weeks of drinking water. So you're gonna get rid of, but you're gonna run to the washroom, and that's what deters most people. Like, as soon as if you're dehydrated and you start drinking water like you should, I'm just using 2 liters as an average. Yeah, you're gonna feel like you're running to the washroom all the time, but that regulates, it normalizes, and you won't have to go as frequently once you clear your system out.
Got it. That's very, very, very informative points. Thank you for that.
In the house, in the kitchen, I always have a glass of water going. At my workstation, I have a 500 ml bottle. Beside my bed, I have a 500 ml bottle.
Greg's just good with water. I don't know how he does it.
At work, I carry around a 2 liter jug. In the gym, our home gym, I have a 2 liter jug. Like, I have water everywhere I will be. To make sure I'm constantly sipping throughout the day. And the thing is, our kids have the same. Each one of our kids has their own water bottle. We always make sure it's full in the fridge, and they just sip on water throughout the day. Water, water, water. And they don't even think about asking for anything else. No. It's rare. Like, Danny stays with his grandmother, and he gets juice occasionally, so he might ask for juice. But we don't have any juice in the house. And they don't ask for it. It's not like they're deprived or anything.
No, but we grew up on juice. Yeah, like the can.
Yes.
I grew up on that, yeah.
What is it, like the frozen concentrate?
Yes.
You put in the thing and put a couple cups in and stir it.
I grew up on that. My mom always had that.
That's what I drank as a kid, was juice.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Water wasn't big in my house.
No, we put emphasis on water.
Yeah.
And and so you should, like, they have water bottles they bring to school.
Oh yeah, they're really good with their waters.
Yeah. So guys, what I'm going to do is on my website, albrechtphysique.com, I'm going to post Chantel's meal plan and my meal plans for the average thing we eat in a day. There's some overlap, but we eat different.
Yeah, we do.
And it'll be available for download. So I'll just leave the link in the description.
Down below. All right, next secret. Exercise regularly. Guys, it doesn't matter what it is, you gotta keep moving and grooving, whether it's dance, like I said earlier, whether it's swimming, whether it's running, walking, whatever it is, just keep doing it, just keep moving. If you're doing gymnastics, basketball, soccer, hockey, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be that you're in the gym, you just need to keep them muscles moving and grooving. Stay active. Stay active. I think that's one of the most important things. One of the most common things I see, people will call it injuries, but it's poor physical maintenance. So they'll say my knees are bad, and I'll just do a quick test, and it's just extremely tight muscles in their legs. Our bodies are amazing at adapting to whatever we throw at them. And if you throw sitting at a chair all day for 8 hours a day, your body's gonna adapt to that. Yeah, it'll adapt very well. Great for sitting, but then it becomes
it doesn't want to do anything else. And so as soon as you try and stand up, those muscles that you have shaped to that chair start pulling in different places. You're going to feel it in your low back, you're going to feel it in your knees.
Mm-hmm.
So just by moving full range of motion, even if it's like yoga, like you said, dance,
Right.
swimming is amazing, because especially for shoulder mobility, when you're stuck just at a keyboard like this all day, or a mouse, and your shoulders are going to get locked up just moving like this all day. You're driving all day, and this is all you do.
Yeah.
So something like swimming,
Big
and then
arms, yeah.
increases that range of motion in your shoulders. Instead of running, loosen up those hips. But for us, you got to do weight training. Some sort of a resistance training. Ideally, you're doing resistance training for the muscles, for your bone density, and then you're doing some sort of a cardiovascular activity for your heart, for your cardiovascular system.
Right. So technically what we do, for me 4 or 5 days a week, I do weight training. So Greg writes my plans and I follow them. And it's about an hour. I give myself 2 hours. It never usually takes that long, but let's say 2 hours in the gym, weight training followed by 20-minute cardio. And I'm going at 3.0 speed on an incline of 10. So walking up a slight hill at a faster pace, not too fast, but to get my heart rate going. Okay, so that's what that looks like for me, at least.
So even during lockdown, especially the first lockdown, we have minimal equipment at home.
Oh, it was
we
terrible.
had a few bands. We have a suspension trainer. We have a stability ball, but we made do, and we were still working out 4 days a week consistently with, I'll show a picture, very minimal equipment. Anybody can get these things. It's inexpensive, and we were able to maintain well during that lockdown at home with just our little space in our living room. It's not a big area. When people say I don't have space or I don't have the equipment, again, I'm going to post our workouts on the website, albertphysique.com, so you can see what Chantal and I were doing during lockdown with that minimal equipment. This is just a band, stability ball, that sort of thing. And you can do a whole lot. You can do full body exercises and get workouts in.
Right.
So when we're doing those things at home and the kids see us doing it, they want to join in. So it's like leading by example. The kids want to be a part of it. We have chin-up competitions with Amaya.
Mine's a beast, guys.
We got Danny down here doing push-ups. Look at my push-ups, Daddy. And he's just trying to do push-ups because he sees everybody else doing push-ups. Look at me squat. Jasmine's doing handstand shoulder presses. I didn't even know she was capable.
Me
And her and
neither.
Amaya were doing it. Like they do it for fun, but it's
You don't realize it's something that you molded into them. Like they're doing it because they've seen it.
Yeah. So children are observers. They watch
Yes.
what we're doing and then they emulate, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
We realize lead by example. Fourth point.
Fourth secret.
Fourth secret, the importance of recovery. So your body recovers when you're sleeping. And if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to recover. And this is both physically and mentally. When you got a lot on your plate during the day and then you're only running on 4 hours of sleep and getting up doing that again and again, your body is not going to recover. And the same, your body is burning fat like crazy when you're sleeping. I don't think people realize that. Like you lose an average of 3 pounds while you're sleeping. If you check your weight before bed and your weight in the morning, there's a significant difference. Your body just burns while you're sleeping. It's working hard while you sleep and you burn a ton of calories. But if you're not getting that sleep, then that's not happening. And
Watch people start sleeping now. I can lose weight. Sleep.
I had one client who's a bodybuilder and he's doing everything right. He's eating perfectly, drinking all his water, doing all his exercises, everything's on point. But he's like, Greg, I'm just not losing like I should. I'm like, well, let's look at all aspects. And we got into the stress he's dealing with from work and his sleep. He's like, I sleep 6 hours. I'm like, 6 hours is pushing it. Like you really do need more, but 6 hours when? Because I know he works shift stuff. And he was sleeping 2 3-hour naps. He was sleeping, he's like, I get 3 hours from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. and then I get a 3-hour nap in the afternoon. So it's like, wow, okay. If there's any way we can change that, we gotta change that. Like we need to be able to sleep straight through so your body can get into its proper sleep rhythms and you can recover properly. It's like, Greg, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off work, I got vacation, and I'm just gonna focus on me. He lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. The only thing that was different was his sleep. He had before and after pictures.
Wow.
The only thing that was different was he slept properly. Like
Incredible.
It's huge. I have a similar story for someone who just started drinking water. And it was 7 pounds in 2 weeks. The only difference was they started drinking water. you're that sort of goes back to the water one, but the importance of drinking water. Back to the recovery part. So yes, your sleep is important. I would say a minimum 7 hours average, and then you should be doing okay. If you're having any issues with sleep, it's usually stress related. And most people, because they'll have other thoughts just running through their mind, and then I suggest meditation or listening to guided meditation before sleep. Just have some headphones in and let that direct you. Change your focus and get it away from whatever the stress or worry might be. But that recovery is so important. Even take naps if you have that available to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big napper.
Yeah,
I love
like
my naps. So.
when you sort of close off the stressors and let your body relax, that's all a method of recovery. Go for good massages.
Yeah.
A good RMT will help those muscles relax, release the tension, and again, allow for proper circulation and let your body recover adequately.
All right, guys, the 5th Fit Family secret, my favorite.
Have fun.
Yes.
You gotta have fun. I think so many people get stuck in the regular routine of it's just work that 9 to 5, do your chores around the house.
It just becomes quite cyclic, and that's what happened to us. We weren't the most fun we've ever had has been since we started YouTube.
It was since first lockdown.
Right, and then YouTube came shortly after that. But we didn't realize how stuck we were in this rigid work world where it's just work, pick up the kids, come home, sleep. Yeah. Work, home, pick up the kids, sleep. And in between that, obviously, get our workouts in. Yeah. But there was no fun. There was none at all.
So our 2020 recap video, is that up there?
Yes, check it out.
Yeah, we go over that because we didn't realize how stressful our daily life actually was until we were removed from it. So the first lockdown was a blessing.
It was.
We had so much fun. It was like, we're home, we're together, let's do something. Yeah. And we just started playing with the kids, just the family as a whole. We're just trying to find fun things to do, and here we are. This is what led to this.
Yeah, now we do this as a career. Like, this is crazy. And it's fun.
So we're having fun, and the kids have their channel also, so you'll see PBK.
Perfectly Blended Kids.
And they love the filming. So this is just something we've found that we just have a blast doing, like creating the content and just letting our imaginations run wild. But outside of this, we just love having the outdoor activities with the kids.
Right, so, and just trying something new.
Yeah.
Like, we have never, ever gone sledding or tobogganing with the kids. That first snow day video where we went out playing in the snow with the kids was the first time as a couple and as a family. The kids have never been, and it was so much fun, even for a girl that doesn't like cold. I had a blast.
In the summers, we're on skateboards, bikes,
we're
scooters.
Doing it all. Yeah.
Like, it's getting out and just, this is the other point. When you're healthy, when you're fit, you can keep up with the kids, and that's one of our main goals. Yeah, we got to be able to keep up with these guys. They love to stay active, and we want to be able to have that fun with them.
Yes, that is so true.
So find that thing, because, man, I don't think people realize the significance, the impact that stress has on the body. Anything you can do to help alleviate that stress, change your focus, you have something fun to look forward to, and your mind goes there versus being irritated by that boss that's constantly micromanaging.
Or the negativity in general.
Yeah, the stuff that you get from that office environment. And
it's terrible.
As soon as if you're in that, that takes its toll. As soon as you're removed from that, and anybody who's been in that place knows exactly what we're talking about.
Well, I know what you're talking about. I've been in that place. And I had to remove myself from that place. And I had issues, guys, with my thyroid. And the minute I removed myself from a negative situation completely, the stuff went away. It's like, I'm like, what?
Yes.
What?
And the thing is, as a trainer and nutritionist, I've had so many clients tell me the exact same thing. So I kind of try and give them that direction, like, listen, your job is killing you. Literally, it's making you sick. I'm watching you decline. If there's any way we can change that, and seriously, they get out of that job and watch their health pick right up. Like, it's amazing. I've seen it so many times.
I just think the saying goes, whatever the mind believes, the body achieves. So if you're surrounded by negativity all the time, your body's just going to believe that you're in that negative state. right? So you're gonna get the shoulder pain, the thyroid issue, the constant headaches, like
Blood pressure is one of the
right.
biggest
It
ones.
manifests in the body. So we need to remove ourselves from the negativity and focus on the positive aspects of life.
Exactly. So at the same time, so if you're in that job and you can focus on the positive aspects of that job, you're still surrounded by the things that could be stressors. As soon as you have that fun activity that you look forward to, any kind of hobbies, those things that kind of excite you, it makes a huge difference. The things that, when you talk to somebody about it, you're passionate, you're smiling, and they can feel where it's coming from. Like,
that's happiness.
Have fun.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that is the end of our Fit Family Secrets video. I hope we were able to share some really good tips with you guys. But before we leave out today, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because we don't want you to miss a thing. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.